It's so good having Andre SHTYGEL back with me. My partner, essentially. He's my partner in crime, Andre SHTYGEL, and it's so good to have him with us at Martin. But I'm just sort of interested in looking at his whole career. So he started off at Neman, and then went to Dynamo Minsk, and then went back to Neman, and then went to Leida, and then went back to Neman, and then went back to Leida, then went to Naftan, then to Gomel, and then back to Naftan. And then after Naftan, he's been banned. What? Current club disqualification? Ban since 16th of January. What has he done? What has Andre SHTYGEL done? Hello and welcome back to Around the Block. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to another jam-packed episode because there's a lot to talk, so much to talk about. All right, so much to talk about. We've got to talk about SHTYGEL. We've got to talk about transfers in and out. We've got to talk about formations. We've got to talk about the schedule. We've got to talk about coaching courses. All this stuff to get through. I'm not quite sure where to start. I think the first place to start is just to get the most important thing out the way, and that is, of course, Andre SHTYGEL. I don't know what's going on, okay? So I was streaming the other night on Thursday, and someone said in the chat, did you know that SHTYGEL has been banned from football in real life? So we then spent like 20 minutes on stream looking for Andre SHTYGEL on Google, trying to find out why he's been banned, and we couldn't find out why he's been banned. There are suggestions of match fixing or potentially gambling, but I'm not quite sure what the gambling rules are outside of the UK and stuff like that, so we just don't know why he's been banned. So I need your help. Why has SHTYGEL been banned from football in real life? Because I'm worried about him, you know. I'm worried about the boy. He's a top-notch footballer. He's been superb for Martin so far. We'll get into that later on. But if he's banned in real life, we need to help him. We need to help him. So if anyone can find out what went on with SHTYGEL, please do let me know. Anyway, the next thing that makes sense to talk about after SHTYGEL is probably transfers, because some of our transfers have scored goals in games that we've played since you guys were last here. So it's probably best to introduce you to those guys first. We have been busy, very busy, because we've made 6 more transfers. 2 of them in the same position, which is a little bit risky maybe, but I think we've got some good depth in that position now. A bit too much depth perhaps. So we start off with Lucas Danko, who's come in on loan, and he's a right winger. Now, we brought in another right winger last episode, Kovac, if we can find him. Kovac, there we go. Only 2-star current ability, 5-star potential. He's the best one that we could find at the time, but the scouts did some more scouting, and then they find Danko, who has got 3.5 stars of current ability and 5-star potential on the right wing, and we needed a better winger, so Danko has come into the side and looked great, all right? So Danko's come in, fantastic stuff. He's been a good player so far. The issue is, he's a winger, not an inside forward, and now that we're playing a gegenpress style of play, we need inside forwards. So there is another winger coming into the club, and that other winger is Thomas Brigand. He's the most recent transfer that we've made, but he is also a right winger, and crucially, he is an inside forward with 4 stars of current ability. So the best right winger that we've got. The other 2 players that we've got, Danko and, well, he's not on the list anymore, but Kovac, they just aren't good enough. So Kovac is now in the under-19 squad, and Danko is our backup player after coming in thinking he's going to be the best player in the squad. But after the scouts found Danko and we signed him, the scouts then found this guy, and we had to sign him up to the club because I thought we can't miss out on a good player like this on a free transfer. He didn't have a club at the time, so I thought it's a great chance to get in a very good player who has got first division quality. So he's a better player than this division, so hopefully he's going to help us out massively this season. Hasn't played the game yet because he's just joined the club, but hopefully come the end of the season, he'll be one of the top goal scorers. So Danko and Brigand are 2 players that have come in both on the right wing, and they are going to be playing interchangeably this season, but Brigand probably more often than not. The next player to come in is a Brazilian. Every good team needs a Brazilian, and we've now got Guilherme Barbosa, who is a 22-year-old striker, 3.5-star current ability, but 5 stars of potential, which is fantastic. Trained at Botafogo, so obviously got pedigree from Brazil. Not quite sure why he's been in Slovenia or Slovakia, for quite some time, but he's been here. Not got a great goal-scoring record, but has already got 2 goals in 3 games for us, so I'm happy with his contribution so far. We are paying him a lot. £850 per week. It's the most expensive we've paid for a player, so it is a little bit risky, but if he keeps scoring goals, he should be okay. So Barbosa, the Brazilian, the token Brazilian, welcome to the club. We were also a little bit light in the centre of midfield, so the next 3 players are all central midfielders. On loan, Peter Sinner has come in as a central midfielder, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential, looks very good, looks decent, and has played good football for us so far. Not played much, but it looks all right. We've also brought in on a free transfer Lucas Michałek. He is more of an attacking midfielder, but is very comfortable playing centre midfield as well. So he's quite versatile. 3.5 stars of current ability 2 on quite a cheap contract for the club. So I'm very happy with this. I think he could be a very good player for us. More backup than anything else, but I think will be very useful to us. So also very good for that rotation option. And then finally, Peter Jacko is coming in on loan as well. An 18-year-old centre mid who can also play in that CDM position if we need to. Only 2.5 stars of current ability, so he's more of a backup player, but comes in to fill the squad up a little bit, beef it up a little bit, and give us some extra quality. So I think I'm finished on transfers. We've signed a lot of players. We've signed an awful lot of players, but there we go. We've had to sign them, haven't we? We've had to sign them to improve the squad. And if we have a quick look, actually, Slovak Second Division, look at the season preview, we've actually improved. We now are predicted to come 10th with a slightly better squad that we've beefed up. So that's quite handy. And again, a good run of form. I reckon we could come top half this season. Because we have finished bringing players in, though, it doesn't mean transfers have finished overall. We've got a £15,000 bid on the table for Thomas Stasic from a team in the top division. Okay, and originally we rejected that. And Thomas Stasic wasn't very happy. He was a bit cross with me for it, as we can see here. Unhappy about a high asking price stopping him from moving to a different club. We had a chat with him, and he said, I'll be sold for £14,000. You know, I want to be sold for £14,000. And I said, oh, okay, if that's what you want, lad. If that's what you want, we can sell you for that. Didn't think the club would actually bid that, because they bid like £5,000 their first bid, so I thought, we're not going to come back and offer more money. But they did come back, and they've offered £15,000. So I mean, I've promised Stasic I'd accept bids of 14k upwards. I mean, technically it's not. It's 11k with potentially going up to 15k, but that is in instalments, so actually it is 15. I expect the offer to be accepted as promised, says the agent. We don't want to do it really, do we? But I don't think, I think my hands are tied in this situation. I don't really want to lose him, but we have got other players to play at centre-back if we need. I think we just have to accept it. Otherwise, we're going to have lots of angry players getting angry with me. And if you remember back to the interviews, every interview we had, they seemed to say that I wasn't very good at keeping players happy. So I think I do have to keep players happy and sell him for the good of my job, essentially. Because if I keep getting players unhappy, then I'm not going to be offered jobs, am I, in the future? So I think we do reluctantly have to accept this. So already, so much going on in today's episode, and we've not even looked at what's happened in between episodes. So we'll get into that straight away. Okay, we'll get into that. You will last hear for the 2-1 loss to Lipani, and after that, it wasn't brilliant, I've got to say. A 2-0 loss to Presov, followed by a 1-0 loss to Puchov, wasn't brilliant, but we came back with a huge win, a 3-2 victory against Razum Barok. And I wish I had shown this on camera because it was such a good game. Twice they went ahead, twice we pegged them back to draw again. And then the 91st minute, Barbosa scored on his debut to give us the victory. But SHTYGEL, by the way, his 2 goals in this game, they are, in my opinion, if we can get back on the game, please, they are goal of the season contenders. This first one was absolutely fantastic. Toth into the middle. Will Weber puts it forward. It's cleared. But then here's SHTYGEL volleying it under pressure from 2 players into a top corner from miles out. Incredible stuff. And then potentially an even better goal in the 88th minute as he gets the ball 30 yards out. 30 yards out, smacks it in the top corner. It was a beautiful goal. Fantastic stuff from SHTYGEL. Then Barbosa scoring right at the end to give us the victory. So I was very pleased with this. And then we followed it up with 2 3-0 victories. The first over Kossi, which I know I'm saying wrong, but I can't get it right. You tell me how to say it in the comment section, but I just can't get it in my head. So it's always going to be Kossi. I apologise. But SHTYGEL scored, Barbosa scored, and Barai scored in that one before Lucas Toth scored a hat-trick in a game against Liptovsky where we won 3-0. It was beautiful. You'll notice some slight changes in formations here. We started off the season with the formation that worked so well for us at the end of last season, the 4-2-3-1, when we played with control possession, but it didn't have a great start to the season for us. So consulting my assistant manager, he told me to play Route 1 4-1-4-1 football. So tried that. It didn't really work against Puchov, and it wasn't working against Razum Barok. So I changed it up. 70th minute, we changed to a 4-2-3-1 gegenpress, and then we scored 2 goals there, and then we've won 2 games 3-0 on the bounce. So our new formation is 4-2-3-1 gegenpress. Slightly different from, of course, the control possession that we use, just in terms of roles and stuff like that. But it's worked really well so far, so we're going to stick with it for now. We've spoken about SHTYGEL, we've spoken about transfers, we've spoken about the schedule, we've spoken about formations. I think the last thing to talk about before we get into today's first game against Dustlo Sala is coaching courses. Now, this is big, okay? If we have a quick look down here, let me just find the news article. Here we go. The assistant manager, he's just been allowed to go on a Continental Sea Lice coaching course for £960. Unless, of course, the chairman here is just like Maxime Pugac and is going to be my new nemesis. We should be able to get a coaching course despite being £100,000 in the red. Okay, we're going to ask for it though. Start a coaching course. I'm actually quite nervous about this. Thomas Kovac, don't be a Maxime Pugac, all right? Don't be a Maxime Pugac. Please let me take a coaching course. Although we agree with your reasoning, we simply need your presence at training right now. Lads, you said that last time, and I said that's fine. But I wanted one this time. What is training look? I don't know the training myself, so I should probably look at like the coaching. How do I do the thing where I can change who coaches what? Edit coaching assignments. There we go. Right. Assistant manager. Auto assign. There we go. Look, I'm only doing technical stuff. I mean, I don't know what I was doing before, if I'm honest with you, but everyone else is doing more than me. So really, put me on this coaching course, please. So that is probably going to be another 6 months before I can ask for another coaching course. So that's a bit annoying, but we are going to be here for the whole season, and probably another season as well after this, I'd say, with Martin. So we do have plenty of time to keep asking for coaching courses, so not the end of the world yet. Right, we've taken our time, but we're finally here for the Dustlo Sala game against Martin. Brilliant stuff. Right, we've got a goalkeeper who I can't pronounce, so Huzarik. I think is potentially how you pronounce that name, but Huzarik's in goal. We've got a backline of Ferenc, Filipak, Advic today, and Gunnarsson. Advic is coming in because Static is actually a little bit injured, and I suppose if other clubs are bidding for him, I kind of don't want him to play a game right now. We need to test out how good Advic is right now. So he's starting at centre-back alongside Gunnarsson at right-back. We've got SHTYGEL and Cena, the new centre midfield that we've brought in, starting in the midfield. Toth starts on the left, Bry in the middle, and then Danko, who's on loan, the right winger, he's starting on the right-hand side just because Brigand hasn't played a game for a long time. He's got low match sharpness. So we'll bring him on at some point as a substitute. And then after scoring 2 goals in 3 games, Barbosa is starting up front for us. And before we do kick off, quickly, I forgot to show you the table. After 3 wins and 3 losses, we sit 7th, which I think is pretty respectable, I've got to say. But today's opposition, they're sitting first. Dustlo Sala are first in the table. I think they're predicted to come 9th, so they're doing very well, overachieving at the moment. So hopefully we can peg them down to a different level, but that will be very difficult. Right then, kickoff is upon us, finally. It's about a good 15 minutes into the episode, probably, or something like that, which is a bit too late, really, isn't it? But SHTYGEL with a superb header in the 3rd minute, and that's his 4th goal of the season already for SHTYGEL. What a player. What a signing. He's our joint top goal scorer now, SHTYGEL, which is beautiful. I mean, what a header. He rises like a salmon and just gets it over everyone, including the keeper, into the back of the net. Andre SHTYGEL, I love you so much. I mean, I hope he's okay. I hope he gets back to playing football soon in real life because he is such a man. What a player SHTYGEL is. Great start to the game though, because Dustlo Sala haven't lost yet this season. They've won 5, drawn 1. So if we can beat them, that's a very good result for us. As Gunnarsson gets the ball out wide, coming down this right-hand side, gets past his man, gets past the next man, puts a cross in towards Barbosa, but Toth is there at the far post. But apparently Barbosa pushed someone in the area, so it doesn't count as a goal, unfortunately. That's frustrating. Another chance for us now, though, as Ferenc puts a throw in and puts a cross in the area. Now, it's clear, but only as far as SHTYGEL, who can score from distance, but plays it into Gunnarsson instead. And what a powerful shot from Gunnarsson that was. Absolutely smacks it. I think it's straight at the keeper, but the keeper just can't hold on to it because it's far too powerful. Let's watch this again. SHTYGEL should have shot, but instead sets up Gunnarsson. It's just such a powerful shot. The keeper can't really stop it. He gets a palm to it, but it goes in the back of the net. And after 25 minutes, we're 2-0 up against the league leaders. What a result. Well, it's not a result yet. There's still another 60 minutes or so to go, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I always do this. But we could make it 3 right now as SHTYGEL gets the ball out towards Gunnarsson. In the middle, cleared only as far as SHTYGEL, who is tackled but still has possession. Ferenc on the ball, puts it across, gets blocked but into SHTYGEL. Shoot, lad. Just shoot. Whenever you get the ball, SHTYGEL, shoot. Gunnarsson has won us a penalty. Peter Sinner is apparently going to take it. Right. Finishing penalties. Peter Sinner probably is the best, but actually Barbosa's got better finishing. Let's give it Barbosa. I mean, I want to give it to SHTYGEL if I'm honest with you, but I'd rather score the penalty than... Although we are SHTYGEL, we're 2-0 up, lad. Don't let me down, SHTYGEL. This is to become the top goal scorer of this season for us at the moment. Andre SHTYGEL stepping up for it. Come on, lads. Come on, lads. He's done it. He sent the keeper the wrong way. His 5th of the season, 2nd of the game. Andre SHTYGEL. We need a chance. We need a chant for SHTYGEL. We need a chant. And I can't think of one off the top of my head. So whoever gets the best chant in the comment section for SHTYGEL, you win. And you win mine and SHTYGEL's eternal love and affection. That's what you win. As Danko takes a free kick just wide. So what an incredible first half that is. I did not expect this at all, considering that Duslo Sala have been the team to beat so far this season, but we are smashing them. This formation, wow. Gegenpress 4-2-3-1. I mean, I don't normally use it. I normally go for control possession stuff, but I feel like I need to go for Gegenpress in the future and all my saves, because wow, we're doing amazing. We've got a corner now, which Danko's putting in. SHTYGEL has got his hat-trick. Oh, Andre SHTYGEL, what a man. What a man. He's just class. He's just class. I'm so glad he joined the club. I'm so happy. We're going to bring Brigand on for Danko to give him his debut and get him some match sharpness and stuff like that. Shall we give Lucas Mihailik? He's the new attacking midfielder. Let's give him a chance out there. Let's see what he can do instead of Barai, who's played well, but I think we'll give Barai a little rest. Gunnarsson's looking quite tired too. Have we got a spare right back? We do. Onderek, who I don't think he's played a game yet this season, but he's going to come on to give Gunnarsson a rest, who's played very well today. But with 20 minutes or so to go, we're 4-0 up. And Barbosa on the ball, back to Barai. If we can grab a 5th right now, that would be great, but we've lost possession, but won it back in the midfield through Cena. Advic, who's played very well today, gives me confidence to sell Stasic if Advic keeps playing like he's playing today, as Toff shoots, just saved by the keeper. So changes have been made, 15 minutes or so to go. Brigand with a free kick, in towards the middle, cleared. And is there going to be a bit of a counter-attack from Duslo Sala? Are we finally going to see them do something in today's game? No, SHTYGEL wins the ball. What a man. He should get a 10 rating for today's game. He needs a 10 rating as Toff shoots, blocked. Back again to Toff, shoots over the bar. If SHTYGEL's not on a 10 rating, I don't know what is. A 9.6. I mean, it's nearly there, isn't it? What a performance from the man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. When Andre SHTYGEL was signing for the club the other day, I tweeted about it and said, not to get you all hot and bothered under the collar, but SHTYGEL signing. Not to get you all hot and bothered under the collar, but 6 goals in 6 appearances. An average rating of 7.93. Can't believe how well he's played. And really, the first 2 games, he played terribly. It's the last 4 games that have been absolutely incredible. He's 6 goals in 4 games. You love to see it. Let's praise him for that performance. You were superb in front of goal last time. Just keep it up, lad. Just keep playing like you're playing, SHTYGEL, and you'll be a full Belarusian international at some point soon, surely. Next up then, we've got Dubnica, who are a team that rejected me when we were job hunting last time out. They rejected me, but who's laughing now as they're in 10th and we're in 5th? Probably not them, because it's only like 6 games of the season, so they're probably not that bothered, really. So unfortunately, Stasic is about to leave the club, and I've got to do it to keep him happy. Otherwise, he'll probably start a riot because he is like the most influential player at the club. So we are going to let him go, even though I think he's going to be a flop in the high divisions, because I don't think he's quite ready for the high division, but he's on his way. We've made 15k. Toff is obviously upset that he's been allowed to go, so we have upset someone there. Gunnarsson, can you resolve this issue for me, please, lad? He's going to try his best. He's unable to resolve the unhappiness, though, so we need to talk to Toff then. What's on your mind, lad? Doesn't have to become a big issue, but I'm disappointed he felt it necessary to sell one of our key players. I'm disappointed too, all right? I'm disappointed too, but he wanted to leave. I couldn't stand in his way. He made that clear. Besides, I'm sure he wants to play alongside an uncommitted player. Sorry, but I think you caved to a player power there. You're the manager. Oh, Toth is he's bigging me up a little bit, but I'd rather him just back down because I'd rather him just keep him happy, but okay. I think the best thing to say is I can see that I might have got this one wrong, but what's been done is done. So all I can do is apologise and urge you to move on, rather than saying, let's bring in a big replacement. Because I don't think we can bring in a big replacement at this stage, really. If we have a quick look for centre-backs on loan, not really many want to come in, unfortunately, that we got scouted out. Not really many to come into the club. I mean, this guy, 22 years old. Oh, we had this guy on trial for a while. He wants like $1,000 or something like that to be a squad player. I'm not paying that much money for a guy who's not really that good. I suppose what we could do is maybe look at some players on loan, but then I don't really want to promise him. I don't want to promise Toth that we get someone else in. So we'll scout all these guys out, but I don't want to promise Toth anything. So what I will do is just say, move on, lad. Move on. Sorry's not going to cut it. It's been a huge mistake, and the team will suffer as a result. We didn't suffer. We won 4-0 without him in the squad. That's our best result without our best player in the squad, apparently, lad. Oh, right. Toth is really getting on my wick right now. Look, he thinks I'm giving in to player power here, so I'm going to assert myself. This is getting ridiculous. I'm the manager, and my decisions are what count. Stop moaning and get on with your job. This is going nowhere. I can guarantee that the lads will be very interested to hear how badly you've dealt with this, though. Toth, mate, you've shouted at me for not being assertive and giving into player power. I went assertive with you, didn't give in to player power, and now you're cross with me. Toth, we need to get you out of the club. Issue is, we don't really have another left winger, unfortunately, which is a bit of an issue, actually, thinking about it. The good news about Stasik leaving the club, though, is that we have to have a new captain, and it's been recommended to me that, of course, Andre SHTYGEL should be the captain. So, Andre SHTYGEL, you're the new captain. Gunnarsson will stay as vice-captain. I love it. I absolutely love it. SHTYGEL, the captain. So we've got a spare space on the bench now, which I think we'll have to put another defender on there. Kurrik can go on the bench for now, but we're going to give a full debut to Brigand this time to play him on that right wing. Let's see what we can do for a full 90 minutes or so. But other than that, the team played so well last time, I don't really want to change anything. So we'll submit that team and go for it. Right then, kickoff is upon us here today. Dubnica versus Martin. As long as we win today, I'm happy. Or I say that. As long as we don't lose today, I'm happy. Because you never want to lose to a club that's rejected you as the manager. You always want to beat them, don't you? But I'd take a draw. I think Dubnica are a decent side. But given the fact that we just beat top of the table 4-0, I do think that we should be looking to assert ourselves and win today's game. Although that ball forward was pretty terrible. And Dubnica looking to come forward themselves now. Nice bit of passing play from them. First touch football. They haven't really progressed much with it though. They just keep it around the midfield, back in their own half now. But the ball forward's not great, and Bry collects that loose ball. Frank puts it up towards Barbosa, who can't win it, and Dubnica got it back in the midfield. Great ball out to their winger, who puts it across the middle, and they've just put it over. Oh, I tell you what, I completely forgot how good the Dubnica Stadium is. What a stadium name this is. The Metsky Futbalovy Stadion Dubnica N/V. What a name. What a stadium name that is. Brigand on the ball then, in the middle with his free kick, and it's headed just wide by Avic in the end, I think. Come on, SHTYGEL. Your first game as captain. I want another hat-trick. Or, what you love to see there is they've scored a goal, but it's been disallowed because SHTYGEL went down far too easily. He was the man marking, but he went down far too easily, but the referee believed him. And he disallowed the goal. So, the SHTYGEL effects. What a player. I love him so much as Gunnarsson puts it in the middle. Cleared only as far as SHTYGEL heads it down towards Barai, who keeps hold of possession. Back to Gunnarsson. Brigand shoots, scores his first goal for the club on his first full debut for the club. He could be a great player for us this season. I mean, obviously, not as good as SHTYGEL, but I think Thomas Brigand is going to be really important this season. As Gunnarsson gets it through to him, he just slips away from his man Brigand nicely. Shoots, keeper nowhere near it. He just falls over the keeper. 1-0. A little bit against the run of play, that actually I've got to say as well. A little bit against the run of play. I do think Dubnica have played better. They seem to have some better opportunities for goals so far. But Barbosa coming forward now in the area. Shoots. nearly scores. Good save from the keeper. Maybe it just took a little bit of time for us to get into this game as Brigand puts a corner in. Toff can't quite get on the end of it. The keeper collects that one instead. But it maybe just took a little bit of time for us to get in the game. We've now collected ourselves. We're working well. And SHTYGEL is going to score a hat-trick in the second half to round things off. Fingers crossed. But in the meantime, Dubnica coming forward. Cross not great for them as Brigand now on the ball, looking to bring it back into their half as Barbosa collects that loose ball. Got no one with him apart from who's arriving in the middle. It's SHTYGEL who's not arriving in the middle anymore. Get in the middle, SHTYGEL. Gunnarsson across the Toth. Cleared only as far as SHTYGEL, who should have smacked it first time, but obviously couldn't quite do it. Instead, Barbosa scores a goal, but it's offside. I think it was quite obviously offside actually looking at that. So unfortunately, not scored the second goal there. So it was a pretty decent first half. We just have to keep it going in the second half. Let's say get creative out there just to score another goal or two. It's quite cagey. Not an awful lot going on between the two sides, which I'm kind of okay with because it's... Well, I'm kind of okay with that, to be fair. I'm not too fussed. Toth not playing brilliantly, so we're going to take him off, swap him for Brigand, and then we'll bring on... Where is he? Danko on that right-hand side for Toth, who's just not playing well today. Probably because he's very cross with me right now. But we might change these guys to wingers. I feel like they're slightly better at wingers on these sides. So Danko and Brigand both as wingers instead. That might make a little change to a squad. Ferenc at left-back not playing brilliantly, but we haven't got anyone to sort of replace him. Philippak can play a little bit at left-back, which is okay. So we might bring on... Kurik at centre-back for Ferenc there, just to try and improve things a little bit, maybe. Perhaps a little risky with 25 minutes to go and we're only 1-0 up. And to be fair, no one was marking whoever won that header there. Luckily, it went over the bar, miles over the bar. But we need to be a bit more careful at the back, perhaps, and score another goal to just secure things nicely for us. As Dubnica looking to come forward on the ball right now, into the middle. Gunnarsson collects that loose ball nicely, though, and we can start our own attack right now through Cena, into the boy SHTYGEL, back to Advic, into Cena. Nice passing play here to just build up the pitch nicely. Danko, good possession there. Can he put a cross into the middle? It just beats Barbosa, who wins possession back in a great area, but the shot saved by the keeper. It would have been very difficult to score back, to be fair. The keeper was in a great position, but Barbosa heading that one over towards the end. 10 minutes left on the clock. We are asserting ourselves a little bit towards the end of the game, which is good to see. Hopefully, we can just see this one out and take a big 1-0 victory over Dubnica. That would be absolutely fantastic. As the clock ticks down, you love to see it. A fifth win in a row for us. A fifth win in a row for us. We're up to fourth in the table, which is mental as well. After we spent the first 3 weeks of this, we spent the first 3 weeks of the season rooted to the bottom on 0 points. But now we're up to fourth, and you love to see it. So today's episode has gone on a little bit. It's quite a long one, but if you look at the form table, which I can't right now, there we go. We are the most informed team in the Slovak second division right now, which is fantastic. So guarantee you will lose the next 5 games in a row. I can almost guarantee it. Next episode day, we're going to come back for Inter Bratislava and Bardejov, which I'm probably saying wrong again, but we're going to come back for these 2 games because I think they'll be quite interesting against teams that we've not played before. And also in the meantime, we'll have some Slovakian FA Cup and things like that, which will be quite interesting. So plenty to update you on next time as well, I reckon. Unless, of course, I'm sacked for losing the dressing room at some point because Toth has got a few players on his side, okay? What's going on here, lads? We're disappointed with the sale of Thomas Stasic. I understand that. He made it very clear he wanted to leave, and I couldn't stand in his way. I'm going to say this again, and it's not really placated anyone. No one's happy with that. What I'm going to say is I simply will not tolerate this lack of professionalism. I am pleased some understand, and hopefully some will get in line and start listening to me. I am ruining things a little bit, aren't I? Because I don't want to anger them too much. Because I feel like if I go, I'm very disappointed, this was a chance to work things out, but all I've learned is we have some very unprofessional players on my hands. I feel like that would upset them. Oh, do we say that? Do we say that? It was okay. It was okay. It's affected morale a little bit, but not massively. To be fair, only one player, Barbosa's in the first team. The other ones are sort of reserve players, so I'm not too upset if they get cross with me. So it wasn't that bad. I don't know. We'll find out next episode, though, if it gets any worse. So thank you ever so much for watching today. I hope you have enjoyed. And if you have done, please do drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.